It's trivia time.
All the answers is going to be either MacGyver or Mr. T.
Oh, my giddy aunt.
All the answers is going to be either MacGyver or Mr. T.
I'm not a dude.
The PP's so confused.
This is the Atomic Trivia War 9000. I'm your host, Jason Hawk. Let's meet the contestants. On and off the field, he's the top banana. From Costa Rica, it's Omar Hernandez.
Is that a compliment or an insult?
It's a compliment.
I can no longer tell with you, man.
Well, you don't want to be a bottom banana. I'll tell you that.
Unless you're a power bottom banana.
She thinks she's number one, but she's really number two. From Seattle, it's Rochelle Mantanona.
I don't even get that thing. Are you referring to me as poop or something?
Yeah, it's a poop
Or
joke.
like the act of pooping? Okay.
It's scatological humor, Ro.
Okay.
That reminds me of my jam list. Anyhow, go on.
And it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, he's oot. From Toronto, it's Kevin Archibald.
Sweet mother of John G. Diefenbaker, we were out of the World Series a while ago, sir.
You sure were.
Anyhow.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So there's some sports references going on tonight, and that's because we have a whole lot of questions, a whole heck of questions tonight. A whole heck of a lot of questions. 27 questions, that's 9 for each of you, in a giant category I made just for you guys, called Sports Ball and Such. Get ready to test your sports knowledge, peeps.
Uh-oh, Danger Will Robbins. Wait, is this revenge for a Star Trek category we had last time? Because this is
Revenge on who exactly, Kevin?
Wait a minute. You used to work for a sports betting paper, and Ro knows like every football thing going back to when the hand egg was invented. So I'm at a disadvantage.
I don't think that you will be tonight.
I'm at a disadvantage. Oh, woe is me. Woe is Kevin.
You know what? I think everyone is going to be equally handicapped this evening, to use a sports term. There you go, right?
Okay.
Sports term?
Yep. Golf. Yep.
So, yeah, sports ball and such, and here's a little bit of a primer for you. The answer to every single one of our questions tonight will be the name of a sports person.
Ooh.
Not necessarily a player, but a sports person. There might be a couple that are, a field adjacent, let's say.
Adjacent?
Field adjacents. No,
Okay.
I'm not very good at the sports myself.
Field of Jasons.
That's my
That's
favorite.
That sounds scary, yeah.
That's my
Build
favorite
it
Kevin
and
Costner
no one will
film.
come.
Nice. That was worth a golf clap.
Oh, okay, you're referencing that thing.
All right, so I've got you on the screen as Kevin Omar Rowe, as per the usual. That means that number 1 goes to Kevo. Here we are.
Man.
You start off super, super easy, buddy. Super easy. What golfer won the Masters in 1997 by a record-breaking 12 strokes, reaching the top position in the World PGA rankings less than a year after turning pro?
We're talking about Hello Tiger Woods?
You're great. Tiger Woods is the correct answer.
Did you catch my Mary Jane there?
I
Tiger.
did, yes. Thank you, Spidey.
Yeah.
So Kevin's on the board. We're 1 for 1 tonight. Number 2, Omar. What retired Jamaican sprinter who holds 8 Olympic gold medals is the first person to hold both the 100 and 200 meter world records and earned a, quote, triple-double for winning both events at the 2008, 2012, and 2016 Olympics?
That sounds like a burger.
The triple-double?
A triple-double?
David Thomas from Wendy's invented the triple-double.
It's actually a hamburger, right? Yeah, I thought it sounded familiar. Who's Usain Bolt?
Usain Bolt is the correct answer. Fastest man alive, as he's been nicknamed.
Did you answer that in Jeopardy's? Did you just say, who is Usain Bolt?
Yes.
Have you been watching the Tournament of Champions?
No.
Yeah, we had 2 local guys in the Tournament of Champions this past couple of weeks. It was very interesting. Number 3. Oh, by the way, I feel like I should throw out there that my little girl, Rylan, 6 years old, loves watching Usain Bolt race. We have watched a lot of Olympics on YouTube from this past Summer Olympics. She absolutely loves running races. You would figure that she would be very, very bored with something so pedestrian, so to say, as a race, a foot race. But no, she loves it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Are you hearing feedback?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's because I banged my microphone.
I instantly muted as a precautionary measure.
Numero trace goes to Roe.
Mhm.
He set world records in men's decathlon events in 1974 and 1975, then won the gold medal at the 1976 Olympics in Montreal. Now listen, Ro, because here is where I'm going to switch things up a little bit. Pay attention.
Okay.
Today, she is the most famous openly transgender woman in the world.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Bruce and or in tandem Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, that's the correct answer.
G'day, Bruce and or Caitlin.
You know, I was looking the past couple of weeks here for an Associated Press guide on how you refer to those people.
Did you find one?
No, there's nothing in there that says, like, someone who was famous as one gender and then switches their gender and is now the different gender. How do you refer to them? Is it like like the question was phrased? Because I think that's the most responsible way to do it.
I believe that's correct. I believe it's contemporaneous as to what they self-identify as.
So he was back when he was a he, and now she is this, I guess.
I'm sure there's like an overlap period where he feels like a she and he isn't become a she. I don't know. I'm sure there's overlap period, but I think you're doing as best you can with that.
There's an Associated Press entry for the neutral they or their, but it says really try not to use that unless it just really simplifies everything incredibly. Just try not to use it right now.
Right.
So, I don't know. I told my newsroom this past week that that's a discussion that we're going to have at some point. It's becoming more and more something that we deal with on a pretty regular basis. Number 4. This is for Kevo again.
Yeah, hit me.
Nicknamed Mr. October and wearing number 44. This slugger helped the Oakland A's, that's the Athletics, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
I know that you don't really know your baseballs.
Yeah, go on with the A's.
He helped the Oakland A's win 3 consecutive World Series and the Yankees win back-to-back World Series titles. He was also in The Naked Gun, and was considered for the role of Geordi LaForge in Star Trek The Next Generation.
Oh.
And I suspect, I have a sneaking suspicion that had he been hired in as Geordi LaForge, Geordi would have had more sex on the show.
Quite possibly. It wasn't really weird, though.
Oh man, this is failing me, and you'd think I would know this because I am a Naked Gun guy.
Yeah, I would think that you would be able to pull this one out from your memory.
Although, I mean, the last scene of Naked Gun takes place in the Bloomin' Baseball Diamond, where there's like
it's the guy who was like must kill the queen.
Yeah, you're right. I see him. Okay, I'm just gonna throw one out there. Gonna throw out like Jose Canseco.
No, it's Tom Selleck, you idiot.
Tom Selleck.
He is Mr. Baseball.
He's named Mr. Act. Yeah, it's Tom Selleck. That's a great movie, by the way.
Oh, boy.
Didn't Bernie Mac do one too? Mr.
Baseball.
300.
Yeah,
Mr. 300.
Yeah.
This is baseball, and he kicks a guy into a well.
I don't think that's okay. I don't think we've said his name yet either.
Reggie Jackson. You got it wrong.
Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
That's right.
Reggie Jackson. Number 5, Omar. After 12 seasons with the Dodgers in the 1950s and 1960s, this Jewish pitcher retired and became the youngest player ever elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. His decision not to pitch the first game of the 1965 World Series because it fell on Yom Kippur caused an uproar. Or Yom Kippur. I'm not sure. Come on. Give me a break.
Pitcher McPitcher.
Oh, that is just racist against both the Jews and the Irish.
No, the Irish will be Pitcher McBalls.
Oh, man. Okay, so you really don't know Sandy Koufax?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Did anyone know about him? Ro? Kevin? I don't think
the
anyone.
name is familiar. The name is very familiar. Yeah, I've heard
It
it.
was this anecdote, though.
You guys are honestly doing better than I thought you would. I mean, we're 3 for 5 going in. And with sports, that's a pretty big deal. Usually, if I gave you all Castlevania questions, you'd ace it, right? But sports, that's hard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, number 6 for Ro. Nicknamed Charlie Hustle, this 3-time World Series winner and Gold Gloves outfielder retired in 1989, agreeing to become permanently ineligible to play baseball amid accusations that he gambled on games while playing for and managing the Cincinnati Reds.
That would be Pete Rose.
Now, what gave it away in there? Was it just the gambling thing, or was it the Cincinnati Reds?
Well, Cincinnati Reds definitely was that. No, but it was mostly gambling.
So with that, you pull ahead. Rose got 2 points. Kev and Omar have 1 apiece. Here we go. Number 7 for Kev.
Do it.
This one's a little bit tough.
Okay.
This one's a little bit tough, Kevo.
Okay. Hit me, man. Hit me with your rhythm stick.
She won 39 Grand Slam titles And in 1973, bested Bobby Riggs in the highly publicized Battle of the Sexes. An advocate for gender equality and social justice, she campaigned for equal prize money in men's and women's tennis games. Now, if you can just, stay with us long enough to get this question.
I believe this person is not my lover and just a girl. And when you said 39 Grand Slams, I thought it was Martina Navratilova. But when you get to the Battle of the Sexes, there can only be one Billie Jean King.
Billie Jean King is the correct answer. Now, I don't think that Martina Navratilova has that many Grand Slam titles, but as you might hear in a later question this evening, 39 is a magic number.
Okay.
Perk your ears up.
Okay.
Number 8, Omar.
Look that up.
This question. No, don't look things up. What are you doing?
No,
I'm
just
giving
how
you
many
hints. You're
Grand
going to
Slams does
Google.
Martina Navratilova won? I want
Okay.
to look that. Am I? Do I have permission?
Permission granted, Captain Stubing. Number 8, Omar. This question is really, really made for you. You'll have this before I get the first 8 words out of my mouth. Ready?
Okay, let's see.
This mixed martial artist and Furious 7 actress. Go.
Ronda Rousey.
There you go. The rest of it was the first American woman to earn an Olympic medal in judo. She won 12 straight MMA fights, 6 in the UFC, before losing for the first time to Holly Holm in November 2015.
I saw that one.
But like I said, you had it before the first 8 words were out of my mouth.
It's 18 Grand Slams, by the way.
Yeah. 39 is a huge number for that.
Yeah, I don't want to know how many Serena.
Wait. Yeah, wait. You said 39. What does Queen Serena have?
Let's ignore that question for now.
I also thought of the Williams sisters.
Oh my God, Serena is. She's so amazing.
Row, you're all tied up now. 2 points apiece. You've got a chance to pull ahead. This Texan was the first player to be signed to the WNBA. She played a full decade for the Houston Comets, racked up more than 2,000 career points, was named the league's MVP 3 times, has won 3 Olympic gold medals, and this year was inducted into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame.
Oh my God, she was a tall one that could dunk. Oh my God. She's a tall one. See, if you give me multiple choice, I can figure out what her name was.
She's a tall one because, very few basketball players are short.
No.
So
But she's for a female, she's a very tall basketball player. She plays a center and she can dunk. So I'm thinking that's the one, but for some reason, all I can think about right now is Cheryl Swoops, and
we'll give it to you.
Oh, is this Cheryl Swoops?
Cheryl Swoops.
Oh, okay. I thought about who was I thinking? I'm thinking of the tall one, but no, Cheryl Swoops is not tall.
You came up with the correct name. We're going to overlook the fact that was
I'm
spray
totally,
and pray kind of situation.
Whatever, I got it right.
Number 10, Kevin.
Hit me.
This Brazilian is widely regarded as the greatest soccer player of all time and is the most successful goal scorer ever, with 1,281 goals in 1,363 games. And he's long campaigned for social policies that benefit poor Brazilians.
Come on, Kevin.
Yeah, soccer, man.
You're faking it.
Yeah, stop faking.
This is the only name everyone knows, even if they don't know about soccer.
Yeah, even Americans.
The name of an Atari 2600 game.
Listen, I know a lot of soccer names, but oh man, no,
what the fuck are you hitting that, man?
Yeah, stop hitting your mic, dumbass.
sorry.
He's not white.
Name a Brazilian football player.
Zidane. Zidane is the guy who did the headbutting.
And he's French, Kevin.
Pele?
He's French.
Pele, yes. Good acting there, Kevin.
No.
You do like to drag things out for the drama. All right, number 11.
Wait, are you going to give him the point?
I'm going to give him the point. He said Pele?
He said Zidane first.
Got there in the end.
He was spitballing. Omar. I got some current events for you, Omar. Here we go. A recent date. He was released from prison on October 1st, 2017, after serving 9 years for armed robbery and kidnapping. Ironically, after beating charges for the murder of his wife and a family friend. He played for the Buffalo Bills.
O.J. Simpson.
Buffalo Bills. I'm just saying there's a connection there. I'm not calling him a murderer.
You forgot the Naked Gun connection, the most important part.
We already did that once tonight. We already satisfied your fetish. Your weird Leslie Nielsen fetish.
Yep. It's a Canadian thing.
Number 12, Roe. This Italian-born American race car driver remains the only person ever to win the Indianapolis 500, the Daytona 500, and the Formula One World Championship. No American has won an F1 race since his victory at the 1978 Dutch Grand Prix.
Mario Andretti?
Yeah, you got it. There you are, Mario Andretti. He, the winner of the Dutch Grand Prix. Number 13, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
When you say yes, sir, like that, are you doing a total Pharrell Williams thing?
Sir. Yes, sir. No, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. All I can think of is the Snoop Dogg video for Let's Get Blown, where at the beginning he's like, yes, sir. Okay.
No.
All right, number 13. This New York Yankees catcher won 10 World Series titles, more than any other player in history, including managing and coaching. He's appeared in 22 World Series, 13 on the winning side. He's remembered for paradoxical statements such as "It ain't over till it's over" and "It's like deja vu all over again."
Oh, is that Yogi Berra?
Yes, it is. That's the correct answer there, Mr. Ranger, sir.
I literally had no idea that he actually played ball ever. I just thought he was like a commentator.
No. He was a very, very good player.
Apparently.
Number 14, Omar.
Yogi Bear?
Yogi Berra.
Huh.
That's right, boo-boo.
Okay, that's confusing.
This longtime Yankees first baseman, in a 1939 farewell ceremony in his honor, famously said, Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. The line was immortalized in the classic 1943 film, Pride of the Yankees.
I'm just going to say Babe Ruth.
Lou Gehrig, dude. Lou Gehrig.
Yeah, I know. I don't know about old baseball guys.
This was more than that. It was like Lou Gehrig's disease, right? Like the locked-in syndrome.
By the way, every time that we have a sports trivia night, I'm going to throw that one in there so I can do the whole announcement thing.
You've done it like 7 times on this show.
The PA joke is the best, and still he misses. He's like my son trying to hit the toilet in the middle of the night. Number 15.
And when I say my son, I mean me.
Maybe. Once in a while. Row.
Yeah.
This calm under pressure quarterback, known for throwing the catch, spent most of his 16 NFL seasons with the San Francisco 49ers, winning 4 Super Bowls and becoming the first player to ever be named Super Bowl MVP 3 times. He also holds the all-time highest QB rating of 127.8.
Joe Montana.
Now, I would have forgiven you. If you would have gone Steve Young, but it was Joe Montana. You've got 5 points.
Were you saying that with some reluctance, Row? With some, I don't like to say another quarterback's name.
Yeah, pretty much, because it's just Russell Wilson. But no.
Well, there's also the whole West Coast thing. I mean, San Fran's the next closest NFL franchise. I'm sure that Seattle has a little bit of ill will toward the old immortal Montana.
A little bit.
I was a Niners fan growing up.
Is it friendly rivalry or is it actual acrimonious feeling?
It's the U.S., dude. There's no friendly.
Well, right now they're not a threat, but I still hate them. But right now, most of my hate right now in Ire is towards the Rams and the Cardinals.
Yeah,
Like,
the
when you say
49ers are not threatening anybody right now. They're the West Coast Browns.
They probably will. They probably will though next season. Hopefully, they should at least.
So,
But,
Kevin, back up
Yes,
to the
sir.
top of the batting order.
Yeah, I'm looking for my CFL questions here.
Well, we're not going to go CFL, but if you think back to a couple questions ago, you could probably get the answer to this one.
Serena Williams.
There you go.
God damn it.
Williams. Good job, bro. Thanks for that. Totally give him the answer. She's won Grand Slam titles 39 times, including 14 doubles titles with her sister. In April 2017, She announced she would take a break from the sport until 2018 due to pregnancy. The father is Reddit founder Alexis Ohanian.
Oh, I was not aware of that. That's cool.
She's probably the most prolific Redditor there is.
Yeah. Why isn't she known, therefore, as wife of Redditor guy?
Why isn't he known as husband of Serena Williams?
Yeah, he should be. Shit.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding around.
Serena Williams.
Number 17, Omar. Drafted by the Celtics in 1978. This power forward played in 13
Larry Bird.
seasons. Maybe these are too easy. Larry Bird is the answer.
That's the only Boston Celtics name guy I know.
Very true.
He was NBA MVP from 1984 to 1986 and held the 1992 Dream Team to a very high standard. They won the Olympic gold. He went on to coach the Indiana Pacers. Larry Bird is the answer.
Did you used to play Jordan versus Bird for the Commodore 64 / IBM?
No. As a matter of fact, back in the olden days, like 1990s basketball video game days, I always wanted to be the Utah Jazz.
Yep.
Okay.
Me too. John Stockton, Karl
Karl
Malone.
Malone. Right, you got the mailman in there.
Yep.
Got to have the Jazz. I was not a fan of the Celtics. Really, any Boston sports, if we're being honest. Number 18, Roe.
Yeah.
Did I give Omar that point? I did give Omar that point. All right, we're good.
Another one. Don't worry.
Give him another one. We like Omar.
You're just trailing by one, Omar. That's all. Arrogant, pompous, obnoxious, vain, cruel, verbose, a show-off. These are not words that I'm calling you, Omar. These are things that I'm calling Roe. I'm just teasing. No, it's part of a quote. Arrogant, pompous, obnoxious, vain, cruel, verbose, a show-off. There's no question, that I'm all of those things, said this sports journalist who provided commentary for the Olympics and Monday Night Football, interrupting the latter, Monday Night Football, on December 8th, 1980 to deliver news of John Lennon's death.
What?
Yeah, I did not understand that
What
either.
That's like, what? You gave them all easy ones and I get this?
Okay. I'm going to reframe this question. I'm going to give it to you again in a way that's going to absolutely just let you know what the answer is. Ready?
Okay, cool.
Arrogant, pompous, obnoxious, vain, cruel, verbose, a show-off. There's no question that I am all of those things, said this sports journalist who provided commentary for the Olympics and Monday Night Football. On December 8th, 1980, he interrupted Monday Night Football to deliver news that John Lennon had been shot.
See, 19, because I totally knew this when I was like a couple months
You
old.
know who this sportscaster is, Roe.
No, I don't.
I think you do.
I really don't.
That's my best Howard Cosell voice.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know who that is.
That's a...
I'm giving you a pity bell because I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Kevin.
Yes,
No,
sir.
give me a point, though. Shit.
He led the Green Bay Packers to victory in Super Bowls 1 and 2, the only quarterback in history to lead a team to 5 league championships until Tom Brady tied his record in 2016. In November 2015, he helped retire Brett Favre's jersey in a ceremony at Lambeau Field.
Gotta be talking about Flutie Flakes, man. Doug Flutie. Who else would we be talking about other than Doug
You
Flutie?
think that Doug
Yep.
Flutie
Yes,
helps
Flutie
the
Flakes.
Green Bay Packers win Super Bowls 1 and 2?
Look, man, I'm just going with my only CFL guy I know here, who made it big down south there. Yeah.
When the Super Bowl started, Bart
Yep.
Starr was the king of the world. Bart Starr is the answer.
Okay, man. Not Flutie Flakes.
Not Flutie. No, not contemporaneous in any way. Omar, your chance to catch up. This secret deodorant and GoDaddy spokesperson won the Indy Japan 300 in 2008 to secure the only victory by a woman in an IndyCar Series race. Her third-place finish at the 2009 Indianapolis 500 is the highest ever there by a woman.
Danica Patrick?
There you go.
I knew that one.
Danica Patrick. Very attractive, for being honest. Number 21.
Daddy.
Oh, one can say she's also a very skilled driver, but, hey.
Well, yeah, but we covered that in the question. I don't need to reiterate that. She earned the medal. She proved herself.
Okay.
Rowe. He played 20 years in the NBA for the Milwaukee Bucks and Los Angeles Lakers. Isaiah Thomas and Dr. J call him the greatest basketball player of all time. Retiring in 1989, he remains the all-time leader in points scored with 38,387 points. He also starred with Bruce Lee in Game of Death and appeared in Fletch, Tales from the Dark Side, and Stephen King's The Stand.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
There you are.
Oh.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I liked him in The Phantom Menace.
What?
You know,
He was not in the Phantom Menace, was he?
yeah, he was the little guy on the planet that, right? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Binks.
Wow.
What the
It was a
fuck?
stretch.
I mean,
It was a
darn.
stretch.
What the darnish? Darn.
Number 22. Who are we up to? Kevin?
Yes, sir.
Johnny Carson gave this play-by-play announcer the nickname Mr. Baseball. Not Mr. October, not Mr. 300. This one's Mr. Baseball.
Mr. Baseball.
A retired player with a World Series to his name, he's called games for the Milwaukee Brewers since 1971 and is known for yelling, "Get up, get up, get out of here, gone!" for Brewers home runs.
I don't know, man. Al
Also
Michaels.
a comedian as well.
Not
Would that
Al
help?
Michaels? Not
Bob
Al Michaels? Bob Euchre, okay.
Bob Uecker.
Al Michaels is the only baseball commentator I know because he commentated one of the video games.
Now, I'll bet that Omar wishes that you would have gotten this question that Omar is going to get next.
Okay.
Omar, nicknamed the Magnificent One, this Canadian played for the Pittsburgh Penguins from 1984 to 2006. After leading the Penguins to Stanley Cups in 1991 and 1992, he bought the team in 1999 and is the only man to have his name on the cup as both a player and an owner.
It's not Wayne Gretzky, is it?
It's not Wayne Gretzky.
He's the only Canadian hockey player ever, dude.
He played for the LA Kings.
We're talking about the Penguins. A super dude.
Yeah, I have
from
no
everything
idea.
I
I
hear.
mean, it's Gretzky. Whatever it is, it's Gretzky. You know it is.
It's not. Who is it, Kevin?
It's Guy. It's Lemieux. Mario Lemieux.
Super Mario Lemieux.
Yeah.
You've got it.
He turned that team around, man. It was just quite a cool feat to go look at that team and go, guess what? I'm not just going to play. I'm going to buy this team.
Yeah.
I'm not just a customer. I'm the owner.
For anyone to help a Pittsburgh team do anything is pretty amazing. Ugh,
Yep.
Pittsburgh. Ugh.
And then they rocked it.
Pittsburgh is the armpit of Cleveland. We'll put it that way. You know, it was just actually today that I realized that they don't have an NBA team.
Okay.
No NBA team for Pittsburgh. 24 goes to Rowe. Speaking of the Browns, this former Cleveland Brown is the only player in NFL history to average more than 100 rushing yards per game for his entire career. He later starred in The Dirty Dozen, Ice Station Zebra, The Running Man, I'm Gonna Get You Sucka, Mars Attacks, and Any Given Sunday.
Isn't it Jim Brown?
It's Jim Brown. There you go. You know your Cleveland Browns history. You're so proud of the Browns.
No, not really.
Yeah, you are. You know it. Number 25, Kevin.
Hello.
This is the home stretch, by the way. We're coming into the final three questions. This is the last question Kevin will get. This controversial figure promoted the Rumble in the Jungle and the Thrilla in Manila and has been sued for fraud by famous boxers including Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. He's also been charged with 2 killings, has been investigated for connections to organized crime, including mobster John Gotti, and, worst of all, supported Donald Trump's presidential bid.
Oh boy. It's Don King.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the connection with John Gotti?
The FBI actually decided to try to prosecute him for his connections to the mob, specifically to John Gotti's family.
And that was for violence or for match fixing or for...
I honestly don't really know too much about it.
Okay, probably match fixing.
Number 26, Omar, your final question. Omar, you can tie Kevin if you get this right, but Rose got the runaway lead here.
Nah.
Simon and Garfunkel asked, "Where have you gone? This baseball great? Our nation turns its lonely eyes to you. Woo, woo, woo." What's that you say, Mrs. Robinson? Jolton Joe has left and gone away? Hey, hey, hey.
Babe Ruth.
Jolton Joe.
So
Jolton
you only know Babe
Joe.
Ruth.
Yes, he's in Jose Canseco. And
She said Joe.
Jolton
And-
Joe has left and gone away. I just about gave it to you in the question.
Joe DiMaggio.
There you go.
Hey.
Oh, pity point for you. I'm marking it. There you go. 9:10 p.m. Eastern Time, 11/16, 2017. Pity point for Omar.
Also, Marilyn Monroe's husband.
27. Rowe. You've got the comfortable lead. You cannot be beaten. This is for pure bragging rights. This women's gymnastic pioneer won the gold medal in the individual all-around competition at the 1984 Olympics, the first American woman to do so, and the only one to do so for the next 20 years. She also appeared on the Wheaties box and was the cereal's first official spokesperson. Also the first official spokeswoman, if you don't count Bruce Jenner.
I do not remember her name. Oh my god. Yeah, I can't. It's not with me. But when you say it, you're like, oh, there it is.
Macarena. Macarena.
Mary something.
Mary Lou.
Mary Lou.
Mary Lou Red. Mary Lou Retton. Say Mary Lou Retton.
Mary Lou Retton?
Oh,
What?
good job. There you go.
Nicely done, Rob.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I barely remember that
Oh,
name.
you're American gymnasts better than us people in other countries do.
All right, so you don't really get the point for that, for me actually saying the thing for you. But you do win tonight, nonetheless. Rowe, 7
Yay.
points. Omar, 6 points. Kevin, 6 points. You all had a little bit of help from your friends, so that's no problem. But that brings the trivia portion of the show to the close for tonight. So let's jump to the round table, because I know that you guys have absolutely been dying to talk about a bunch of stuff that's built up since we last recorded. I mean, there's so much to talk about that is happening in the world of film teasers, for example, because because I know that Ro all day has just been gunning to talk about that Deadpool 2 teaser.
Sure. Yes.
So let's go ahead and do our jam lists. Let's riff on the geeky stuff that's been holding our interests lately. Go ahead, Ro, start, because I know you're just dying inside.
No, just I've been doing stuff. I gotta go to my list because I forgot. Jeremy and I watched Murder on the Orient Express. It was enjoyable. I figured it out, but it was very enjoyable still.
Wait, you figured it out?
I never read the book. I never watched the original, so I figured it out.
Okay, so there's this person, an employee at my work, who said, hey, I've seen this new movie about a train, and it reminds me of Clue. And I was like, yeah, you're definitely 23, aren't you? You've never read Agatha Christie's immortalized novel, Murder on the Orient Express?
No, I've never read Agatha Christie.
And you never saw the original one of the most famous movies of all time.
Yeah, I never saw the original one.
So you didn't know the twist.
I didn't know the twist at all, but I totally called it. I was like, it was too obvious. I mean, it was kind of obvious, but...
I so desperately want to say what it is.
So many movies have copied it like over the many, many, many years since this came out that it's hard to be fresh.
Arguably, the Clue movie copied it.
Yeah, more than likely. And I mean, it was really fun with all the cast and characters, but I feel that it missed out on some of the characters because like they weren't as fleshed out as others. And I was just like, oh, that's kind of a weird thing. But
the thing that turned me off the most about that movie so far, because I have not seen it, but one of the biggest things that's keeping me away from the theater is Josh Gad. Was he very annoying in it?
Oh, the one who plays LeFou in Beauty and the Beast?
That's him.
No, he actually is not that kind of a character in this movie.
And I don't think that this is a spoiler, but I hear that Johnny Depp is not in the movie very much.
No, he's not.
5 minutes or so?
More like... Yeah, maybe like 10.
Because he's only really in the trailer for a brief second.
Yeah, he...
Is it one of those where he just shows up at the beginning and they kill him?
Yes.
Well, I was trying not to say that specifically, but sure.
Of course, you know that's going to happen.
It's called Murder on the Orient Express.
Oh, he's the one murdered then.
Yeah, murder.
Yeah, but he's the one murdered then.
Yes, he is. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it very much. Also, video games, kind of went back to Mario Odyssey, having some fun with it. I also have almost completed the Emma manga, which was really enjoyable, but kind of short. And it reminded me of Downton Abbey, so I actually started watching Downton Abbey all over again. And I love it. It's wonderful.
From the very beginning?
Yes.
How many episodes did you shotgun, and in what time?
Hold on. My Twitter will tell me this. But I'm on season 3, episode 7 right now.
Good Lord.
So I think I started like last week, maybe.
You started last week and you shotgun 7 seasons?
No, there's only 6 seasons. I'm on season 3.
Oh, okay, sorry.
She said season 3, episode 7.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
But even still, 3 seasons in a week is a lot.
November 5th. So actually it was 11 days.
Still not too shabby. I mean, that's some significant watching.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I wake up early and I have nothing better to do, so I just watch some Downton Abbey. And it's just so good. So good. But
Does that complete your jam list?
I probably forgot stuff, but I guess for now, yeah.
As much as you were gunning to talk about that Deadpool 2 teaser,
oh, no,
I can't believe you forgot.
I totally forgot about it. Dude, I'm fucking high. What do you want? What the fuck do you want from me? So, I mean, no, Deadpool... Okay, so let me just tell you that also because I suffer from some sort of insomnia. So to help me, like, if sometimes I'll wake up like at 1 o'clock in the morning, I can't go to sleep. So I'll go to the living room, go to the couch, turn on some Bob Ross, and it will put me to sleep because it's so calming and relaxing. And then when that Deadpool trailer started like that, I almost peed my pants.
It almost made you wet on wet?
Yeah, wet on wet.
Yes. It was so spot on to Bob Ross, and I was just like, this
really was.
Deadpool
The color names, the everything.
Oh my god!
I fear that we are of a generation, the 4 of us here, who are among the last to really understand the whole Bob Ross reference.
Yeah,
and that's fine because
no,
Deadpool is aimed at our age group. It's not aimed at 16-year-olds.
But no, did you notice the color red dit? I mean, Reddit
Yeah.
has a huge revival of Bob Ross. Like, there's like the whole neo Bob Ross movement. Like,
Yeah.
it was on Switch. They put the entire series on Twitch, rather not switched on Twitch, and it was one of the most watched events. Was everybody just watching and commenting on Bob Ross? So there's a whole new Bob Ross movement. But we're the hipsters, man. We were there before it was big. We were recording it on PBS. My friends would literally buy me the books of Bob Ross because they knew I was that
Oh
guy.
my god! That would be so awesome to own a Bob Ross painting, but no, that was And I'm just so sad that Netflix has like limited episodes of it. So I think it's on Amazon Prime too. So it's just like I just want a nice like one streaming service I have to have a complete all the seasons, and I was like, I'll just basically have it on.
I'm a little confused
chilling.
with the Netflix one because it's called Chill with Bob Ross.
There's two
not
of them. There's
Joy,
two of them.
not
Yeah.
Joy of Painting, which
No,
is
it's not. Yeah, it's like really weird how they're titled, and it's just like, come on, Netflix, pick up all the seasons, just get everything.
You want some quick trivia about Bob Ross?
Sure.
He's an Army veteran. Was.
Yeah. I thought he served in the Air Force.
It was the U.S. Army.
Okay, because I know he's in
And-
Alaska.
He was a CO and was a really mean one, apparently. And that's one of the reasons why he took up painting after he got out, was to like basically chill. He was like, yeah, I gotta relax here. So he took up painting, and I think, I'm not 100% sure on this metric, but I'm almost sure. I think he made like more than 3,000 episodes of that show.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
It went for 30 years, and he never got paid a dime for it from PBS. He
Really?
never took a paycheck for doing that show. He made lots and lots of money from other things. He made lots of money from selling like Bob Ross paints and Bob Ross how-to books,
Yeah.
Bob Ross paint brushes.
yeah, yellow
Brilliant guy.
ochre paint bottles.
But I think the only reason, I mean, none of that made him famous. The thing that made him famous was the happy little clouds and the happy little trees and his, this is your world and you can do whatever you want in it. Just, complete stress-free Reiki kind of zone.
Yeah. No, I mean, you watched a lot of episodes. Did you ever paint anything, or because this is what interests me about it? It's
Oils are expensive, dude.
people was it oils he would use?
Yeah,
I get,
he
you're the
used-
art
he
guy,
used
so you
oils.
tell me. Yeah, I mean, there's certain things like cooking is one of them, and oil painting like this show is another one where lots of people will watch a how-to but never actually do what they're doing. It's just so enjoyable to watch it being done.
Yeah, this is more of a watch kind of thing because 1, oils are expensive. 2, they're very messy. 3, they smell like a lot, and canvases are also very expensive.
Cooking shows I'll often watch and then say, okay, I can do that, or do my own variant on it, or I like what they did in step 3. I'll add that to my next thing. But no, I never watched Bob Ross. Here's how Bob Ross fit into my life. I mean, he didn't actually fit into me.
Wish, buddy. You wish.
Bob Ross is what you watched in between The Price is Right and whatever came on PBS in the afternoon, right? You're waiting for Sesame Street to come on. Price is Right is over. You're homesick from school. You need something to watch. It's Bob Ross. And your mom gives you some ginger ale in a little glass and says, here you go. Here you go, JJ. Sit down, rest. I'll get you a cold, wet cloth. And you watch Bob Ross.
Yeah, no, okay, that's fun. That's your story, man.
Okay. I just love watching. No, I loved watching it just because like it was fucking fascinating. Art is fun.
But as the Deadpool 2 teaser goes, I loved the end credits the most. I thought, yes, Ryan Reynolds' whole shtick is very funny, but the end credits were hilarious. You got to watch it again and pause them as they go through so you can actually read what it says. It like credits Ted E. Ruxpin, Just every single credit is a joke. Omar, your jam list for the week.
The local guy at the record store went to Japan, and he got me 3 Nuhabes records. I will pick up in a week, so I'm pretty pleased about that.
Oh my god, I'm so jealous. Good.
I got Lovesick 1, 2, and 3.
Wasabi Records?
New Javes. He's basically the main composer for the Samurai Champloo soundtrack, which is
And
it's
he's
like-
so good. Well, was so good.
but yeah, it's like chill hop, like chill hop,
Chill hop, yeah.
chill hop, and it's like it's so good. Like basically, it's a lot of people love like having like homework editions of it where it's just like hours on end, and it's just like so calming and relaxing, and you can pretty much do anything while listening to this music. Well, maybe not exercising, but it's just really calming and relaxing, and just has a good beat.
There's
Did
a
you
cult
hear
around this
of
guy.
this guy prior to or after seeing Samurai Champloo?
No, after I knew about it when I started watching Samurai Champloo, I'm like, okay, this music's gonna be great. Because like I knew it wasn't Yoko Kanno, because like if you know that Yoko Kanno and Shinichiro Watanabe, they work together with Cowboy Bebop. So I was kind of expecting maybe Okan will be also on Samurai Champloo, but no, it's completely different. And but what they brought to the table is there's also Sushi and another one on the soundtrack. Because I have all the Samurai Champloo soundtracks and a bunch of Nuhabe's, actually all of his music. So it's really good.
Other things on your list, Omar?
Yeah.
I watched Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty good.
You missed our review.
Yeah, but I thought it was pretty good.
So
Actually,
did you think
one of the best Marvel movies up to date? I think.
Okay, Omar.
Yeah.
Did Jeff Goldblum as what's his face remind you of what the hell, Kevin? Man, what's
Kevin, stop moving your freaking mic, dude.
Stop!
Can't help touching it.
You're not help touching it. Stop doing it, man.
Go on. Sorry. Repeat.
But didn't Jeff Goldblum
Yes.
remind you of Kevin? See, I told you.
That's interesting.
His like mannerisms is not exactly.
I'm
It's
flattered,
like-
but I don't see it, but I'm flattered.
It's like your spiritual animal, I think.
Spirit
It's kind
animal.
of like that, yeah.
I don't
Okay.
see it either.
I see it.
No, I do
I'm
see
flattered.
Thank you. It's a me, Omar, and Jeremy. So
I wish I could see it the way you guys. I want this to be true.
so funny. It's so funny when you.
I want this to be true, right?
It's so funny when you see it. You're just like, what? I was like, I just started laughing.
it. And I'm not even bummed out that I'm not going to get a Planet Hulk movie.
That's as close as you're gonna get.
Yeah.
That's what Scott Johnson was saying. He's like, I just want to play a Hulk movie, man. It's kind of
That
funny.
means then you get WW Hulk.
It's kind of funny how some superhero movies have been doing that. Like when you saw Batman versus Superman, you're just like, man, when's Wonder Woman coming out? Because like things like that, like, kind of it steals the show. But maybe we will. You never know. Marvel might pull something out just for.
Well,
like, a nice little while.
they've been very vocal about saying that they will not do another Hulk movie.
Okay, well, whatever. I'm buying with what we have.
As like as something you put on. It's a condiment. Hulk is a good condiment, not a good main dish.
This switches around once in a while, but for me, most of the time, Hulk is my favorite of the whole Avengers lineup.
Yep.
But
I
think he
I
is
can
because
really
they could've
identify with the dude. I mean, he's got lots of anger from being treated like crap by society. That's the misanthropy that I enjoy.
But I think it's because they put him in just the right amount that leaves you wanting more. And we've had a bunch of Hulk movies that have been all right, but when he's in Avengers and things like that, you want him more.
I've always said I want Law and Order She-Hulk, basically.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
I'd be happy with that. I'll be happy with that, and then I could die happy with that.
And who would you cast? Because I think we might have talked about this before, but
As She-Hulk?
as She-Hulk,
Adrian Plegacki.
That's it's kind of hard. I'm thinking kind of, I don't know why, Aisha Tyler.
yes. Okay, let's do that.
Oh, okay, that's a way better suggestion.
Let's do that. I was actually going to go back up to the sports thing and say, hey, let's do Serena Williams, but I don't think that her acting acumen is probably that honed. Let's go with Aisha Tyler.
Think, yeah, she's sassy and she's funny. I think she would do a great She-Hulk.
So I'm going to jump in here with my jam list. I've got 2 items to talk about this evening.
All right,
The
just don't forget
first-
Uncle Kev.
Oh, it's okay, man. Jesus, take an anxiety pill.
I can't. Go on.
As I said, I've got 2 things. The first is the Boomerang app. Has any of you used the Boomerang app?
No, what the fuck is that? I mean, what
This
the
is really-
what the
what
darn
is
is
this
that?
Yeah, Boomerang's for like Instagram, right? Stuff like that.
No, Boomerang is for watching old cartoons.
Oh, there's like a Boomerang channel.
Cartoon Network Boomerang.
Cartoon
Okay.
Network it actually owns the Boomerang channel. If you'll remember back in the day on the Cartoon Network, you could watch Looney Tunes and Jetsons and Flintstones. Well, those days are long gone. Now you got to go to Boomerang to watch them on terrestrial TV or cable TV, or you can pay a very low price, which I thought was incredibly fair. I was like, I will pony up the $30 for the entire year to have access on demand to Yogi Bear and the Smurfs and Scooby-Doo and Garfield.
Thundar the
A
Barbarian.
little bit less than $3 a month.
Thundar's not on there right now, but it is a Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Yeah, Jabberjaw, Josie and the Pussycats, all that stuff.
They call him Jabber 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 Jabber.
Now, not all of that is on there, but I think what Boomerang does, because I've already had it for a little bit more than a month, every month it looks like they change their lineup. They rotate something else in.
It's weird because the cable channel, the actual cable channel does have Thundar, Space Ghost, Johnny Quest, all that stuff.
Ooh, Johnny Quest.
Well, last month was October. It was the month of Halloween, so it was all about Scooby-Doo. I mean, there was so much Scooby-Doo crap on there. We sat and watched 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, and Scooby-Doo in the School, and Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf, and the whole deal. But a lot of that Scooby stuff went away when November flipped over, and now there's an awful lot of Garfield stuff on there. So they gave us Garfield's Halloween and Garfield's Thanksgiving, and Garfield, does whatever. Garfield picks his nose. All these different little Garfield movies that Jim Davis put out in the early 90s, late 80s. And they also added Johnny Quest to the lineup. So I'm pretty happy with that. But you can also watch it for, like I said, Looney Tunes, Adam Ant, Wacky Races is a good one. And then there's some more modern ones on there. There's like Bunnicula and let's see what else. A Dorothy in the Land of Oz kind of cartoon that's newer, that sort of stuff. But my kids really, really enjoy it. The only thing you got to be careful of is that there was some really racist crap in them old cartoons.
Yep.
And it shows up once in a while. Especially, I put on the first episode of Johnny Quest, and the very opening scene is a bunch of incredibly stereotypical, like, red skin depicted American Indians.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did they put in a disclaimer or anything on that?
No, there's nothing like that.
Wasn't it Looney Tunes that did like a really good, tasteful one where like, look, these are products of their time. We're not going to censor them, but we're just going to point out that, yeah, it's kind of not cool, but here they are, preserved.
One of the biggest things that I noticed about the Looney Tunes cartoons from yonder days back, lots of guns. There's guns everywhere.
And smoking.
You turn on Cartoon Network, there's not a gun to be seen, and I actually really appreciate that for the kids. But even though I love Looney Tunes almost as much as I love my children, the guns are still a tough bullet to swallow, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
How?
So the second thing that I wanted to bring up, have you seen Judah Friedlander's new stand-up special on the Netflix?
No,
Should I?
A stand-up
Should I?
comedy.
You definitely need to. It's called America is the Greatest Country in the United States.
Yes.
And it is amazing because what he does is with an absolutely straight face, he pretends to be a red hat. And he just talks about how America is number one in everything. Like,
Wait,
for example...
red hat or redneck?
That sounds depressing.
Well,
Me, someone that voted for Trump.
there's some crossover. But yeah, red hat as in Trumpism.
Okay.
So for
What's the name
example...
of the thing?
What's that?
What's the name of the thing?
America is the greatest country in the United States. And basically, his entire shtick, the entire special, is him telling people why their countries suck, and America, by comparison, is amazing. For example, there's this one little bit where he's talking to a guy from the Netherlands, and he says, like, how many killings do you have, how many shooting deaths, gun deaths do you have in your country a year? Probably like 3 or 4. He says, that's because you guys have terrible aim. In America, we have really good aim, and we have 30,000 gun deaths a year. We're number one. And so it goes on and on. But the impressive thing about Judah Friedlander's stand-up, by the way, just as an aside, you know who he is, right?
No, who is he?
You guys have seen 30 Rock.
No.
I haven't seen 30 Rock, but I've seen him interviewed on other shows.
Okay.
Like The Daily Show.
Well, his biggest shtick is on 30 Rock, he played Frank, one of the writers for the show. And very funny in that show, I thought. Anyway, his shtick is that, like I said, he does it completely with a straight face, and he takes questions from the crowd. His thing is, I'm running for president of the United States with kind of a Trumpism platform, and you give me things that you want me to talk about. You give me issues that you want me to talk about. And one of two things is happening. Either A, he's the fastest, smartest, most reflexive comic that there is, because he'll just riff on something immediately and come up with a hilarious joke based on what's thrown at him. No matter what the audience brings up, he'll have something to say about it immediately that had me rolling. Or the alternate possibility is that just like in The West Wing, where Bartlett had to prepare for the debate, he had to know like the 10-word answer to any question. Judah Friedlander has memorized like 17,000 different variants of his routine to be able to do immediate responses to whatever the audience throws his way. Either way, incredibly impressive, very, very funny. No cursing, no swears.
You know what else?
I'll definitely watch
He
it.
was the beer guy in Feast.
He was the beer guy in Feast, you're right.
I don't remember that at
I
all.
forgot he had shown up there.
Yep, he gets puked on.
He is very briefly in I mean, it's hard to even call it a cameo. He's in the background in the Force Awakens in the Maz Kanata's cantina scene.
Really?
Yeah, he's one
That's
of the
still
aliens.
awesome. That's still awesome, though. You were in The Force Awakens.
Right. So those are my two things. I highly recommend both of them. Kevin, I promised that I
definitely
would not
check out.
forget you. Go ahead.
Yeah,
What's
well,
your jam list?
I didn't mean to freak out, but you almost always do yourself last as a polite host.
Sometimes
does.
I do myself first too. Sometimes I do
Oh.
myself in the middle of the night, and sometimes I do myself in the morning.
I did
Depends.
not need to know
Kevin.
any of these things. I did not. No.
Kevin, you know it's because it's easier to fade you out if you just take too long, and then just cut to Jason saying like watch us and whatever and all that stuff.
We'll just start playing the Oscars music. Have it
Yeah.
I
gradually
resemble
swell.
that remark. Oh yeah, okay. So I was going to dovetail this into what Omar was saying, but we also saw Thor on Monday, and I'll tell you, this was my big moment of revelation. Charlotte, my beautiful wife, she hadn't seen the trailer. She hadn't seen any promotional material for that because we don't have television or anything like that. And when the Hulk burst into the arena, I was so jealous of her joy and surprise. Like, she had the most joy and surprise of anyone, like, in the theater, because we've all seen it. The entire movie theater was filled with people just waiting for that moment to happen. We're like, okay, when does the Hulk arrive? When does the
I
Hulk
did
arrive?
that
Right?
too in the trailer. Oh my god.
Yeah, but still, okay, this furthers my case against trailers, man. Trailers suck, and they should be banned. Also, which further leads me to my next point, the Star Wars trailer is hella long because someone had to close his eyes, plug his ears, and hum songs for the entire Star Wars trailer that happened before Thor came on, which is,
Well, of course it would.
by the way. And it's like hella long. It's like 4 minutes of spoilery action, I'm sure. Anyhow, there's that. Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have that pure joy when you see it next.
I
month.
am going to have that pure joy when I see it. I'm going to preserve my Star Wars virginity, y'all.
Yeah, I kind of
because-
wish I didn't see that second trailer.
I am vehemently opposed to your position,
Okay.
and always have been. I argued
Okay.
briefly with you about it on Twitter
That's
last week or so. But here's
I
the
don't
thing.
remember you saying that, but go on.
It was when Luke Skywalker showed up in the cockpit of the Millennium
Oh,
Falcon,
that
and
one.
you were like,
yeah.
yeah, you
What?
were like, oh, this ruins the movie because now I know
I
that
didn't
Luke
see that.
goes somewhere.
I didn't say that ruins
Oh,
movie.
no,
I said
it makes sense because the Millennium Falcon landed on the island. Maybe he's going there to look at the ship.
That's what I said too. I was like, you don't know. He could be there to
Yeah,
make a
maybe.
phone call.
maybe he's making a phone call. That's true. Okay, I will concede that. But I will say, the trailer for The Force Awakens spoiled a bunch of things for me. Like, we had a picture of Finn lightsaber battling Kylo Ren. That's something that doesn't happen till the last few minutes of the film. And the entire film, I was sitting there going, okay, well, Finn lives through this, and Finn hasn't, and he will pick up that lightsaber. He will face off against Kylo Ren. It was a moment I wish I hadn't seen. And I wish trailers, if they have to exist in the world, I wish they would only take material from like the first 10 minutes of the film.
Am I the only one that doesn't think that spoilers actually spoil things?
No, you're not.
It's actually a real thing, like a real tested thing. But at the same time, like for me, there's some things like I don't want, like right now, because darn it, Steven Universe episodes came out and it's not on Amazon yet.
I've watched them already.
Don't you say a damn thing to me. I will choke you.
That's
The
right.
truth is,
Oh.
my
Some
Twitter-
things
Twitter-
you are precious about, and some things you're not, right?
Yeah,
and
my,
that's
no,
fine.
my Twitter though, like people talking about that. Like, I don't even want to know the name of the episode. Stop talking like these review ones. I'm like, I might have to mute you because I can't deal with this right now, and I'm not gonna. I don't feel like pirating it. I actually just want it on Amazon, so I can just watch it on Amazon conveniently.
I understand that.
Oh my god, and I
understand
can't wait. And I just people saying it's so good, and I'm just like, I know it's gonna be so good, and I really want to watch it.
But here's the thing. I've always argued that an image or a revelation without context is meaningless. If you don't
Yep.
know how it fits into the puzzle, then just seeing one piece of the puzzle does not give away the entire puzzle.
No, it doesn't give away the entire puzzle, but to some degree, you are always saying, oh, I know Finn will live through this because I saw him lightsaber battle Kylo Ren. I know, no matter what happens, we are heading towards that moment, and all the moments in between lose certain amount of potency, lose certain amount of mystery. But that's just me.
Does your
I do have a
enjoyment
brain.
of the movie hinge on Finn dying? Because that's sadist, man. That's just
It hinges on the things being revealed to me in the order that the film was designed to be, and not that the marketers were.
But
And
the marketing is part of the film. It's
Yes.
an intrinsically
it's not.
wound part
no,
of the
it's
film
not.
now.
The marketing is often done by a completely different department than the people who
The
did
marketing is so ingrained in movies that they have
Yeah.
they have pre-screenings and they basically reshoot movies sometimes because
I believe you, and I don't think that's the way that it should be. I mean, there are movies where you watch them, like Terminator 2, we've talked about this before, where the entire setup, there was like meant to be a big surprise when Arnold turns out to be not a bad guy. And you can see it when you watch the movie. You're like, this whole thing was set up so that you're waiting for 40 minutes for this to be revealed to you as a big shock moment, just like my wife had that shock moment when the Hulk came in.
I saw Terminator 2 first. I never saw Terminator 1 before Terminator 2. And I think I enjoyed that movie just as
I'm sure you
as
would.
much.
But you
Yeah,
had
I'm
that
sure
shock moment too, Kevin. When the Hulk showed up, you had that shock moment. You just had the
No.
shock moment a few months earlier in the trailer.
I guess.
You had the
but
same
when you were
childish
watching
joy
it,
when you were like, "Oh, the Hulk is going to be in this movie."
yeah, would have been better in the movie for real.
No,
That's all I'm
like
saying.
when so when me and Jeremy, I think I talked about this before in the pod, that when me and Jeremy went to go watch the movie and that trailer was on there, because like I didn't know, I haven't watched any of the Thor stuff. I'm like, whatever, I know I'm gonna watch it anyways. But then when fucking when freaking the Hulk came out, I was like, out loud in the theater, just jumping up and just like screaming. And
Wait, in the theater, you didn't know Hulk was coming?
Yeah, I didn't know. Like when I watched the trailer for it in the theater, I didn't know.
Oh, when
Hulk
you saw
was
the trailer for it. Okay, yeah.
I lost
But
my.
it made
lost
you
it.
want to watch the movie, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
for sure. It did the
sure.
job and it sells the movie. But I don't know. How many movies have you gone to where you haven't seen anything about or known anything about? Like, there's been a precious few of those, and they've always been really cool experiences. For me.
Or sometimes they've been really bad experiences.
Okay, you roll the dice. Such it is. But I don't know. Okay, I'm going to move on to my next thing, man, or we're going to be here all night.
There's more
I
than
was-
one thing.
Look, you guys have been
do
the one
wanna
throwing
say-
that out, not me. You guys
I
have been
do want to say, if I'm watching a series like Stranger Things or something like that, where I'm just so stressed out about what's going to happen,
Yes.
I will pause the series, read the synopsis of the following episodes, and then continue watching the series.
That's fine. Do you have other things though in which like Ro is about Steven Universe or whatever it was she was talking about there that
No.
does okay. So you don't have anything in the world you don't want to not be spoiled about.
Nope.
Okay.
I really don't
I'm
think
actually-
they're
I'm with Omar on this one. I think that tension is an overrated device. I think that if they're making you worry that much about what's going to happen, that's
It's not
just
it's not
too
always
much.
tension and worry though. It's revelation in the order in which the author wants to reveal it.
Sometimes the author is a doofus who doesn't know what the hell's going on.
And that's not
Okay.
and that is not true at all about Rebecca Sugar. So
All right. Okay, the second thing we did this week, we watched the Overwatch World Cup last weekend. My whole family. It was a family affair. We all were on the couch because Canada was in the gold medal round there with South Korea. They represented well, but they went down swinging as you would against South Korea. But you know, it wasn't a walk away. There were rounds where it was like 3 overtimes. And good fun. Omar, did you watch any of it?
nothing.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. It's pretty good.
I'm trying to distance myself from the game.
You are. You haven't been on in ages.
I booted just to see the new character today,
Yep.
but I haven't played in like a month, maybe a little,
Aw.
like
Is
3
that-
weeks.
Is that a choice for personal betterment?
That is a choice for, dude. I have so many games, and that game's not gonna end ever.
No.
It has no end game.
I'll reach the finish, man. I will.
So yeah, so I'm playing like some of the old games I have on Steam that I want to finish, and I'm
look
trying to
what
do some
I've
of them.
done. I've made you guys addicts again. Oh, I'm so happy.
Let's see.
Earlier today, I had a little bit of a nostalgic fit remembering 2 Fort. So
Good old two.
we might have to go back and do that during Omar's respite from Overwatch.
Oh my god, 2 for it.
Good old 2 Fort. They should do an Overwatch 2 Fort map. That'd be fun.
That would be hilarious.
It's been around since forever. It's been around since like Doom.
Mhm.
So, what else? I digested that show Startup from Amazon, which is all about the Bitcoin stuff, and it's got Ron Perlman now. It's pretty good. Okay, and the last thing. Oh wait, other than being obsessed with the whole Louis C.K. story, which isn't really a jam as much as a obsession. I mean, it's sad.
Yeah, are you going to walk back your Louis is my favorite show of all time statement from a couple of episodes ago?
That's a very good question. I really have to think about that because I mean we talked about this with the whole Cosby thing, right? It's like, do you separate the art from the artist? Can you separate Wagner from the Ride of the Valkyries? Can like all the art through time, which has had something by a flawed person? I don't know. I don't even know what to do with that. The shows were incredible and groundbreaking and new in a way that nothing has been new for many, many years. And the guy likes to masturbate in front of women without necessarily their consent. So there's that. I don't even know what to do with that information.
Yeah, and where do we go from there?
Yeah.
You're going to have
anyhow.
to come up with one hell of a transition, Kev.
Oh, okay. Here's my last thing on my jam list.
Good transition. Nicely done.
I installed a bidet. On my toilet, and it's great. Guys, you guys got to get a bidet, man. They're like
And a bidet to
like-
you too, sir.
bidet.
Is the water cold though?
Oh yeah, that water, baby. That water's cold, but it
Why
works.
do we-
You can get one. You can get one that has warm.
You can get one that's warm, but listen, the cold ones are only like $25 on Amazon. They and oh my goodness, they're strong as well because the hose that fills your toilet tank. Okay, that's a big toilet tank. If you've ever had to manually fill that thing, that's like 8 gallons of water or whatever the heck it is. It fills fast because that water is high pressure. And if you hook up a bidet to that, you are getting that all on your butt on high pressure. But let me tell you, man, it's good. It's a good thing. My whole family's into it. They love it.
Don't you still have to pat dry?
Oh, you have to pat dry, my friend. You have to pat dry. But tell me this. If a bird pooped on your arm, would you want to clean that with dry paper towel? If you were to, say, rub some chocolate pudding into that hairy arm of yours, would you think you could get that as clean as you could using a dry piece of paper?
Does the
Would you
bidet use sanitary soap in some way?
No, man, it just is high pressure,
And then how-
high pressure.
Look, the only thing that soap does is break surface tension. It doesn't make anything like cleaner. It just makes the job of the water cleaning the stuff easier, and that's
You're
it.
right.
I'm pretty sure there's an antibacterial component that goes on there.
No, it's been already debunked. That's bullshit. It's actually, I think they were trying to make it illegal to actually say antibacterial soap because that's not a thing.
Huh.
Like, you still got to wash your butthole in the morning in the shower. Sure, you use your soap then, but in the event that poop happens after your shower, you're giving it the power washer,
See,
and
I
it
respect
feels
you-
great.
I respect your route for cleaning your turd chute, but
Okay.
at the same time, I'm more concerned with wet pants.
Oh no, you pat dry. You're good. And evaporation and all that sort of thing. Anyhow, anyone listening, man, best investment you can make for under $30. Throw that bidet on there, and that feeling you get when you use the water pick, that except on your ass. It's great.
I think that there's a joke here about water sports, but I'm not going to go there.
Oh my god, this is so weird.
Come on, don't tell me you've not been tempted, man. Come
No,
over to Team
I
Bidet.
have.
Team
No.
Bidet.
So I'm going to switch gears and talk about one last thing. We only have a tiny little bit of time, like a month and change, until the most important sporting event of the entire year.
Oh, yeah.
That is the creation of the 2018 Death List. So I'm enlisting the help. I'm crowdsourcing the internet. Our podcast listeners can help me select the players, the entrants, the victims of my 2018 Death List. If you don't know what I'm talking about, every year, 11:59 on New Year's Eve, Lisa and I have to put in and lock in our 20 people who we think will die, not people who we're going to kill. We have no firsthand effect on the outcome of this game. We're wagering on who we think will die in the next coming year. It's a celebrity death pool, not a dead pool, a celebrity death pool, where we've got to have 20 entries on each of our lists. And the way that it's scored is 100 minus their age at death. So, for example, Gord Downey scored me, Kevin, 47 points?
Something like that.
It was a big haul when Gord Downey, lead singer of the Tragically Hip, died earlier this year.
And we'll have to do a reckoning because it is the pinned post on our Facebook page.
So, two
it
things.
is.
Who is winning this year?
I am winning handily as far as the Jason and Lisa competition goes.
And did you still have Lindsay Lohan on your list?
I don't. Hold on. Let's see. It's actually right here in my podcasting notes that I always keep going. No, my list for this year, for 2017, is Tommy Chong, Reginald VelJohnson, Richard Simmons, Louis Anderson, The Big Show, Charlie Sheen, Glenn Campbell scored 19 points on Glenn, Jimmy Carter, Pat Robertson, Valerie Harper, William Shatner, Joe Jackson, Mikhail Gorbachev, Bob Newhart, Michael J. Fox, Regis Philbin, Woody Allen, Gord Downey, 47 more points, Mary Tyler Moore, 20 points, and James Randi. Now, there's some people on there that I would not be sad to see go, and there's some people on there that would be heartbreaking.
So what's your total points so far?
47 plus 20 is 67, plus 19 is 86 points.
Okay.
It's not bad for a year.
Yeah, I think I'm sitting at 70, 80, because I got John Hurt and Gord Downey. I think that's it.
And I can tell you who's Lisa's got, but it's going to take a second to pull it up. But anyway, while that's coming up in my mail, that's what she said. Let me just say that you need to help me out, people. Submit things to atw9k@simplysyndicated.com. You think you got a really good bead on someone who's going to croak? A celebrity who's going to croak? Say Charles Manson, who just as of this day was reported to be hospitalized for some problems. Send them to me. Let me know. Let me know all about it.
Can you really say he's a celebrity, though?
You know who he is, don't you?
The killer, right?
Yeah, there you go. You know who he is. He's a celebrity.
Huh.
Lisa also got Glenn Campbell, and she got Jerry Lewis. So she's sitting pretty at 27 points. She ain't going to catch me this year, folks. Because I don't think Helena Bonham Carter's going to die. I don't know why she put that on the list.
Why would she be on the list?
That's wishful thinking.
Bill Gaither, Prince Philip, Shannon Doherty, Janice Dickinson, Regis Philbin, Dick Goddard, Misha Barton.
Shannon Dorothy would get her a lot of points.
It would, yeah.
Misha Barton as well.
Cher, Val Kilmer, Charlie Sheen, Larry King, Larry
Misha
Odom.
Barton? Who's that?
From the OC.
Girl from the OC?
But I've actually got,
Is she like a druggie or something?
I've got Shannon Doherty and Val Kilmer as well.
So help me log in my votes. Give me some really, really good things to choose from. And that's all I'm going to say about that. atw9k@simplysyndicated.com. That's the address that you can use to submit those. It's also the address that people can use to submit trivia to us. Go ahead and throw trivia our way. I've got some really good categories sitting in my inbox from various submitters, various listeners, and I thank you all very much. We'll use those on an upcoming show. You can.
One last thing. Sorry, man. I know we've gone on. This show's really long, but
Yeah, dude.
on my face right now, beautiful mustache because I'm growing it from Movember. Raising awareness for men's cancer. And if you come onto any of the ways you can see us on the Facebooks or on the Reddits or on the whatevers, you can find my Movember page and you can throw me a $5. Throw me a $5 to fight men's cancers. That would be awesome. And you listeners have come up in the past and done that. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
There you go. So that's where we're going to close it out tonight. We're going to see everybody next week on the Atomic Trivia War 9000.
Cheerio.
Later.
Bye.
Say goodbye, Atomic Trivia War. Time to go, Atomic Trivia War. Time to get go, Atomic Trivia War. Night, folks, Atomic Trivia War. And we're out from Atomic Trivia War. Hope you liked Atomic Trivia War. Gotta go, Atomic Trivia War. Au revoir, Atomic Trivia War. Rose got another convention to go to. Omar's gonna sneak into Mexico too. Kevin's gonna go and try to get lucky. Jason's gonna go and do something sucky. Well, gotta go, Atomic Trivia War. Time to leave, Atomic Trivia War. Au revoir, Atomic Trivia War. Whatever Spanish is for goodbye, Atomic Trivia War.
Thank you for listening to the Simply Syndicated Federation. For more great shows like these, visit us at simplysyndicated.com.